Hello, friends. This is Katie Max, badass CEO of Audacious Leadership. So today is day 9 of my 365 day Facebook Live challenge. I'm so excited about that. And I was reflecting on what I wanted to share. And I was really curious how you guys are like absorbing this information, right? Because you think of pleasure and leadership, and they seem to be a little bit juxtaposed, right? From the traditional patriarchal model of, performance and goals. Those are all fine, but usually the missing link for people is pleasure, is being turned on. It's like doing stuff outside of yourself to get to where you want to go with not having a connection to like what really turns you on, right? So, Denise, I'm so excited you're here for this. Welcome, welcome. So what I'm talking about is really the connection between pleasure and leadership, right? So I want to tell you a story about a client of mine who came to me, and she was like, she's a creative, she's an artist, and she just said, look, I'm in breakdown around, building my business, and I'm in breakdown around my finances. I'm in debt. I just keep stretching, and I'm just really struggling. And so I just let her know the work that I do with people is not the traditional leadership work, right? I'm here to light a fire in your heart, in your belly of turn on and pleasure so that you can operate from that place in every aspect of your life. So I let her know that that was going to be the focus. And as we moved through our work together, she started to get so much more turned on in her work, in her life, because she shifted her focus from trying to fit into a box, trying to, please the people she had contracts with. She was compromising her skills to meet other people's needs, so it didn't feel really satisfying. It didn't feel soul satisfying. And for an artist to have to compromise that, it's really hard, right? So she started to show up with a whole new level of authenticity. And she has a YouTube channel, she's known, and all of a sudden she started getting inundated with excitement, and like her turned on her audience. And it started to just snowball, and she's going, holy shit. Like, I've been trying so hard for so long to build this audience, and you're telling me I just needed to show up authentically? Now, when I say I just need to show up authentically, that's the most courageous thing that we can do, right? Because we're so accustomed to pleasing others, to fitting into boxes, to, check boxes, that we lose sight of who we are. And I believe that's like one of the biggest problems in this entire world, is that we have lost sight of who we are, what turns us on, what pleases us, how to have joy in our life, in our families, in our alone time, in our work, right? So to make a long story short, it was incredible working with this woman, and her success is like flying off the shelf. So before we completed one aspect of our work, the biggest media company in the world offered her a contract to facilitate and lead this program. And it happened because of what was going on in YouTube. It happened because she was so turned on. It happened because all of a sudden she was attracting people from her turn on, right? So the contract was more than she had ever been paid. I cannot tell you how powerful it is to step out of the traditional box of doing and tuning into what really lights you up. The more of you that you can bring to everything you do, not the passive, I want to like fit in, or, I better be careful, or I better hold myself back, or I don't want to make waves, or I've been told I'm too much, so I'm going to like back down, or I've been told I'm not enough, so I'm going to try and get your approval. All of that shit is what goes on in traditional leadership, right? So how turn on and pleasure works is when you tune into what truly lights you up, when you tune into your own magic, all of a sudden doors open that you can't even anticipate. So that's what I do with people. And people are having remarkable results. And I am so fucking excited because I am here to liberate you. I'm here to liberate myself. I'm here to liberate humanity in a new way. You know, I kind of feel like the last 5 years or so have been such a remarkable wake-up call to get in tune with our own alignment, right? And we just have a tendency as human beings to like have respites and we go back to sleep. And I venture to say that if we are going to change the trajectory of the world, we change that trajectory within us. And that's why this is such profound activism. Imagine you being turned on and lit up and attracting people that are the perfect people for you to either work with or be with. It is a game changer, right? And I am so excited about it. And this to me is the new paradigm of leadership. You don't need to shut yourself down anymore. You light yourself up. You do the opposite. And I will tell you, it turns us on so much to have that freedom. To have the freedom not to try to shrink into something or to get the approval you're looking for, but for you to approve of yourself, for you to be in alignment, for you to be turned on, for you to be free enough not to worry about what other people think about you. That is so hot right there. So I invite you to start tuning in to what you desire, because that was yesterday's video, and desires are where creation begins. And without desires, it's really hard to move forward, right? So I'm going to share a desire before I say goodbye today. But I have a desire to speak at the UN, because I'm here to change leadership. I'm here to turn it on its head and invite something so much better in, so that we can actually have a world community that can find their own turn on and joy. Imagine a world with that, where people were actually happy, right? People that are turned on don't go out and shoot people. People that are turned on have a sense of empathy for other human beings. People who are turned on and lit up have a deep connection to their soul, which gives a deep connection to everything on this planet. So I want to invite you to have dreams. I mean, and I will tell you in another video, like, I want to go to the UN and blow them away. I want to blow them away and show up in my authenticity, as opposed to being just so grateful that I get to speak there and like fit into something. No, I'm here as an interruption. I'm here as a disruptor to wake people up to their own divinity, to wake people up to their own liberation, to wake people up to what's possible in their lives and to find that turn on joy and pleasure. And when you are on that path, it is incredible. So, Linda, mwah, 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 so good to see you. I am so glad you're here. Yes, desire is where creation begins. Profoundly true. Thanks for the reminder. You are so welcome, Goddess, and we all need that reminder. And that's part of the reason that I'm doing these lives every day, because this is newer information, and there'll be a lot of discussion about it. Because if you're gonna step into this realm of pleasure in your life, you're going to need to be reminded, because we have so many years of conditioning that tells us this is frivolous, or this isn't really important, or you're going to piss people off, or you're going to trigger people. None of that matters if you are in alignment with you. You will draw in the perfect people to support you in the way you desire to be supported. So with that said, have a beautiful day. Mwah! Have a glorious day, and tune in to what brings you pleasure, whether you're out in nature, whether it's food, whether it's dancing, whatever it is. Tune into you, because you are that important and you are that worthy of changing things up so that you can find your way back home and find pleasure. Be well, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah!